Hey guys, I figured today we're gonna go on the road, and I think I'm hungry, so let's go to McDonald's. Looks like this line's gonna be a bit of a while, guys. I'll just do a time jump. Oh no, look at that emoji over there. Yes, can I get a child's Happy Meal? A 4-piece McNugget meal with apple slices and a chocolate milk. No sauce. Nope, that should do it. Alright, thanks. See guys, this is what you actually get to eat if you're on the YouTube ad revenue. All you can eat is McDonald's. Unfortunately. Nice salads.
Someone going to McDonald's for a salad is like someone going to a strip club for a hug. It's unorthodox. Don't do it.
I should keep that in there. I should keep that in there as a joke. Yeah. Alright, thank you. No, thank you. Alright, we are off. It's always great to have a Happy Meal, isn't it? What could be inside? It's always the best things in life that we get a toy. Ah! Huh. What else is in this? Huh. What could this thing be? Well, it doesn't hurt to actually watch it. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode of Flashback, everything nostalgic in everyone's past. Who remembers the Rugrats? Oh yes, Rugrats, a show about babies that appeals to millennial adults like me for some reason. Class P Supo is the producer of this cartoon, as well as the Wild Thornberrys and Rocket Power. But at some point in history, Class P Supo was approached by the greasy hands of McDonald's to make a series of cartoons based around the mascots of their restaurant. I am guessing their toys were not boring enough, so they wanted their own cartoon. And today we will be taking a look at such a cartoon. How good is it? How bad is it? Well, I don't really exactly know, but I do know that we should have a Happy Meal with it. And today, let's watch Ronald McDonald's Wacky Adventures. So we started this adventure with a nauseating shot of Ronald McDonald's version of Pee-wee's Playhouse as we cut to his bedroom. Wait, is that a cheeseburger bed? Okay, so if SpongeBob can have a cheeseburger car and Steven Universe can have a cheeseburger backpack, then I want a cheeseburger bed. You know what? I want to ask my mom if I want to go get one.
No.
Aww. Dang it. As the camera pans over, we see a weird puppet dog we will come to know as Sunday as the alarm goes off.
Wake up, it's another day.
I know this song. It's so awesome. This song is the most catchiest thing ever. Screw It's a Small World After All. This song will always be in your head when you wake up in the morning. It was great when I was a kid, though, but I can imagine how one would feel if it came on as an adult.
Wake up, it's another day. Time to... Wake up, it's another day. Time to get going, Wesley. Wake up, it's another day. Time to get going, Wesley, when we can play.
Morning, Sunday.
But anyways, we continue through this odd music video. The intro ends and we get a little title card. The Visitors from Outer Space. Talk about a vague title. We cut back to Ronald's house where he's reading the tabloids, and Sunday is reading the paper. I think the headlines are a bit weird, though.
Sumo wrestler pogos for 36 hours straight.
Ouch. City cures drainage problem thanks to sumo pogo.
Well, I'll give this episode some credit. At least it's making fun of its target audience before it was uncool to do so. So as we listen to more of the stories, the dog looks more and more creepy as it progresses. Seriously, the puppet work is just so disturbing. It's almost as if the dog looked like more of like Pennywise's dog. Wait, it all makes sense. A clown who kills kids, a dog who looks really creepy and possessed. Ronald McDonald's is part of the Dark Tower universe! So Sunday brings up that we may not be the only ones in the universe, which prompts Ronald into saying,
Sunday, I've never seen you like this before.
wait, aren't you the owner of that dog? I mean, certainly you would have to know something about them. While Sunday brings up aliens, Ronald explains his plan for if aliens come to McDonald Land.
Right, that map. In the event of an alien sighting in McDonald'S, the witness shall immediately contact me, Ronald McDonald.
You know, maybe this is where Pennywise is actually created. I mean, who knows how many countless alien encounters have come before him? Who knows, maybe the alien creature for Pennywise came down, killed the real Ronald McDonald, and possessed his body. It would only confirm my theory that this whole movie is part of the Dark Tower universe.
Aren't you going to say hello?
Oh, come on, bucko. Don't you want a Happy Meal? So Ronald McDonald gets a communication from the Hamburglar, and he tells him about an alien sighting. Why he believes him instead of keeping him away from his processed meat, I will never know. Ronald and Sunday pull the alarm, and it alerts Grimace, the Bird McNuggets, and Tweety Bird's cousin. and Ronald and the dog go into the ball pit of hell as they turn into cartoons. The gang gets together in the square next to a burger shack as they start singing. You know, I bet in an alternate universe, this song would have helped people in Independence Day. Let's see if that is true.
Oh, aliens, we welcome thee, yes, with our McDonald'S symphony, hey, with voices full and hearts inspired, we'll sing to you till we get tired. We know you've come from far away, have more to do, yes, than hear us play. So aliens, we extend our hand to welcome you to McDonald's land.
Oh. I stand corrected. But the call was just a red herring, as the Hamburglar does, what else? Steal hamburgers. The McOrchestra get led around until they are tired at the observatory.
Time!
Something that usually happens when you eat McDonald's too much. Ronald notices the Hamburglar scream, looking the most guilty with a Santa sack full of burgers. How he was going to keep those is left unanswered. Ronald takes his stash away, and it turns out that the Hamburglar wasn't filming at all. As a UFO finally comes by, Ronald thinks that he's just going to prank him again, and so the Hamburglar is left to his own defenses as he runs away from the alien spaceship. He gets cornered into one area, which honestly isn't really a corner at all, as we get introduced to an alien named Orc. And Orc believes Hamburglar's lie of that Hamburglar is part of, well, actually the mayor of Hamburglar Land, which isn't exactly true. And in turn, Orc turns McDonald Land into a prison outfit planet. For some reason, aliens in this universe are also the fairy godmother.
Nice work, Bite Size.
Hamburglar?
Quick, hide!
You're behind all this craziness, aren't you?
Craziness? What on earth do you mean?
How about that, for instance?
Hamburglar Haven? Where'd that come from?
What? You mean to tell me that out of all the incriminating evidence, you point to a burger shack? There are statues of him everywhere, even in front of your own face, Ronald, and you had to point to a burger shack? No wonder you were casted as Batman. They figure out it was Hamburglar's fault, and Orc fixes McDonald Land, only to discover that his parents are looking for him. Ronald points him in the direction of their son, which leads to this.
But at least you're all right.
And Mom, Dad, this is the leader of Hamburglar Land.
He's not the leader.
Don't listen to that guy, he's jealous.
Can he come on vacation with us? Can he?
I don't see why not.
The vacation sounds just great.
Hamburglar?
Done deal! How long will I be gone for?
Just one Kremlin,
Oh, good.
which is 3,000 of your Earth years.
What? That's all, folks.
Okay, that's not how it really ends. So Ronald, despite Hamburglar being an obvious problem to the food supply of the city, of which he owns, decides to go after him. In song. The song itself is actually kind of decent. It talks about the fact that even though Hamburglar was a nuisance, life wouldn't be the same without him. A pretty good message about the effect that each and every person has on each other, and if one were to leave, there would just be a hole where they once were. The gang heads to a park where Ronald uses his demon powers to make a park equipment turn into a rocket ship. The less I know about this universe, the better. The gang gets into the rocket, performs some pre-flight checks, and then Grimace has an idea.
10, 9.
Blast off!
Okay.
Yeah, don't make sure that all your flight equipment and instruments are all well and maintained, or even your fuel levels are exactly at safe levels. No, you just want to end up like a burnt crisp in the sky, don't you, Grimace? The gang goes into space and around the moon. They level out and something weird is on Birdie's radar.
Birdie, any luck with a saucer scan?
Negative. But there's a giant teacup in Sector 12.
Ha ha. The gang continues on their voyage and they locate the saucer after a gravitational malfunction thanks to the purple beanbag chair. Hamburglar is on the ship with Orc as they see Ronald's ship. Hamburglar protests to Org to let him go with Ronald back to McDonald's land, but Org has other ideas. He starts to play tricks on the gang. First he sprays some marshmallow goop, then chocolate sauce, and then a meteor shower of sprinkles which looks more like Easter-themed M&Ms. Ronald's ship floats away while the hamburger gives the audience a decent desperation song.
Don't try it! No ifs or ands or buts. Rescue me, cause that's what friends are for. Rescue me, it's not fun anymore.
The visuals in this sequence are cool and interesting, but I'm more interested as to how the gang is handling their situation more than the song. We cut back to the gang as Grimace, the idiot he is, pushes another button that ejects him into space.
Ronald?
Not right now, Sunday.
It's about Grimace.
What about him?
That.
Bye-bye, useless astronaut. But no, his character doesn't really end there. It is a cartoon after all. Ronald goes out to rescue him. Grimace gets hit by a comet and Ronald turns into Superman as he throws a comet using its tail, and they both land on the moon. And you would think that they'd be safe, but apparently the moon is also a baseball for a baseball game amongst large and giant aliens. They get knocked around for a while and they get swallowed up, and then they finally make it back to their ship. But once they get onto their ship, they have a bit of a sticky situation. Something that calls for an alien creature.
I am hungry.
So let me get this straight. You have an alien creature that only says 3 words and is used for a bit of comic relief. Nah, I think I'm just overthinking it. The ship gets clean thanks to Mick Groot. They get back inside and they blast towards the saucer. Hamburglar freaks out and tries to find a way out, but fires on the ship with food and prompts a food fight amongst the planets that they hit, causing the saucer to be hit in the process and be broken. The fighting persists as Ronald comes up with a brilliant plan to stop the fighting with the power of music.
Music! Great idea! We dig it!
What's that rhythm? What's that groove? Just can't help it, I gotta move.
You know, I wonder if this would have worked at for the Federation when they engaged the Borg at Wolf 395.
The site of battle had been cut off, possibly due to Borg interference.
Oops, my mistake. The saucer is broken, which causes the aliens to hitchhike, and the Hamburglar confesses his crimes.
All right, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I fibbed.
We know.
I took burgers.
We know.
I painted Sunday's tail.
Huh?
Didn't know that.
The ship starts to go down due to the weight of her passengers, and they land on the space station, thanks to Grimace's surprisingly timed button pushing. The aliens get dropped off and the gang heads back to McDonaldland, which ends the cartoon. We head back to reality where we get a moral recap of the show.
Hey, Ronald.
Hamburglar, what's up? See any more aliens?
Very funny. I was just calling to say that I'm glad to be back home in McDonaldland and not spending a kreplik in space. I know this whole mess was my fault, and if it wasn't for you, I'd still be out in space.
Oh, don't mention it, Hamburglar. It was a team effort. Besides, we learned a valuable lesson.
The hard way, may I add.
Yeah, who would have thought that one little fib could get you into so much trouble?
Something McDonald's should learn and actually teach to their customer base. So our story ends, we pull out from his house to find a spaceship flying away. And there you have it, one of the first of 6 episodes of Ronald McDonald's Wacky Adventure. And you know what? In favor of a stupid emoji toy, I think this is a fairly decent trade-up. Sure, toys can be fun, but to me as a kid, this was awesome to see. The animation is what I would expect from someone working for early Nickelodeon. The characters are enjoyable, the songs are surprisingly decent, and send some good messages to kids. And while the jokes can range from decent to outright predictable, it is still an enjoyable experience to be had. If you can't get your hands on any of the VHS copies, then you can easily obtain them on YouTube. They're free to watch and there's almost no advertisements on them, so you can watch them at your own pace. And they are a nice little collection bit to go with your Happy Meal. So, I have been the Time Viewer, and this has been your Flashback.